for dismount. Warm up, Colin.
Where's Prime?
Prime! He stopped where we stopped in earlier.
Sergeant Prime.
I think he's giving his trainees a bit of a pop quiz on navigational training.
Oh, we scouted the area earlier. We stopped there earlier.
I think Wayne needs to pay attention to this one very goodly.
Next, no, Snowball, just column up next to Alpha.
Guys, yeah, I haven't had this training yet.
Yeah, that's why he killed me earlier.
Yeah, there's a couple people here.
Where's your buddies? Where's
Yeah,
your
luckily,
team? Where's the rest
Kral,
of the guys?
Kral and actually Prom.
Right, form up here between the two vehicles on me. Trainer mitts, these guys were sitting sleeping in the back of the vehicle and they got me lost. And I had to ask and ask and ask before they could direct me to where I was supposed to be.
Did you cuck them a bit, Sergeant?
Yeah, that'll do.
They're supposed to be in line.
Situational awareness is king.
Yes.
Right, we're ready, sir.
Okay, on this last section we're gonna talk about target identification and basic navigation and basic. You'll see that on, I can't remember really well how they were called in those slides, but for me they're X and Y axis. So X axis works basically vertically from west to east, and wait, horizontal or vertical? I always
horizontal, west to east.
Okay. So horizontal and Y is vertical. I always mix them up, even in school. I'm so dumb with this. Okay, you're gonna find, yeah?
Mats, maybe what I can do, and it's a quick reference like that. If you look at your GPS, your first number will always be north to south. Your second number will be west to east. Am I right? Am I wrong?
No, you had it confused at the map training, because that's how you learnt it. But then they were teaching it as left to right, then
up and down.
Yeah.
So if you open your map, you got a GPS reading at the bottom there. Where am I looking at what?
You are reading left, right,
Yep.
then up, down, up. Basically.
So yeah, 050, 014.
Just put it on the map where you guys think we are.
There we go. Okay. So am I in side channel yet? Sorry, it's just that the same as that you. Most of the guys get that confusing. Course
It's okay, yeah, it's a confusing part.
Yeah, in real map training, it works the way I said, but in Arma it works this way. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you look at it like that, if you look to your west and east, you'll see you on 014 on the black dot, and if you look at your north to south, you're at 050. Everybody got that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the grid identification, basically, what Prime just told you. This is really good when you are trying to find your location and you only have a GPS, or when you get an approximate grid location of an objective and you'll just have to find it on the map. Another good thing to remote and you have no idea where you are with no microdriver or GPS, you can always look for a point of references, which can be the sea, it can be a river, it can be a city, it can be like windmills or churches. Then you mark 3 approximate points that you identify and you draw lines between them. So let me do on the map. If you look north, there's a small church. So for example, I have a point at the church and I see the sea as well. And I have, for example, a building. Then I can always draw the lines and then try to slowly figure out more points of interest closer to where I might be.
And height.
Then and height, exactly. And then I draw again until I find my approximate location. This is good exactly for the moment when you get lost and you have no way of actually navigating or finding your way.
Did you guys see that on the map?
Copy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
If you have micro daggers as well, they help you to locate your grid location and your elevation. But micro daggers are usually received by police. So if you're yeah.
Let's do a quick test, see if they got it. I was a chopper pilot and I crashed. I come onto the radio and I say, position mark. Okay, position mark chopper down. 0199 051 0501. Find me. When you got me, shot.
Found you. Got you.
Yeah, found you.
Are
You already marked it,
You
Prime.
marked it.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I didn't. It's not a test. I just wanted to see if they can get onto it quickly and check the references and pick up on the distance and how the lines work. That's all.
Yeah,
Because
Yes,
if the chopper down or you down, you're gonna mark your position onto the map like that in any case, so that the guys can find you. Same with the medical training. Remember that if you go down, if my buddy is down, I need a medical position, and you say out that position, or you can mark it on the map yourself if you got the time and say position marked of down buddy. Medic then goes to his map and he knows exactly where he needs to go. He can get references or a reference point or anything like that, and he can get to you faster. Okay, practice that, guys.
Yeah, exactly. If you're stranded somewhere unknown, triangulation is the easiest way to find your way. You just look for, basically the most important things you always look for are main roads, ocean or sea, and or maybe rivers, and big cities, or churches or windmills because they are clearly marked on the map.
Or
That's
in,
the,
so, yeah, or in nuclear shaped buildings. If you get a big square building with a hole inside it and you see it and you check the map, you'll actually see a square with a hole. No, like a building with a courtyard, you'll identify it on the map as well. Or walls around it.
Gas stations or
Bus stops.
bus stops or depots. Those are all marked on the map and easy to spot.
And electricity lines.
Yeah, electricity lights help as well. But they might not be a really good point of reference because they stretch out on really long
That's
distances.
a long line, yeah.
And you might not be able to accurately find where you are supposed to look.
Alright.
Any questions about navigation, grid locations, or triangulation, or micro daggers?
All good.
It's 10 to 10, let's get on the final phase.
And I'm still hearing myself from someone. Just mute your mics, much more easier. The last part is gonna be about.
Yeah, sorry, excuse me.
The last part is gonna be about contact report, basically enemy identification. So, for example, you are moving through a wooden area, and you spot something in front of you. First of all, you call it out. You call contact, enemy, and a direction: north, south, east, or west. Don't ever call contact in front of me, maybe a bit more to the left, I'm not sure. because people in the back of you might be facing somewhere else, they might not know where you are facing, and it's not really helpful to them. Then after you call the enemy, the next one you say if it's a squad, if it's a patrol, if it's a single man, or if it's a vehicle. For infantry, it's easy. You can identify if it's one guy or 5 guys. I guess that's easy enough for everybody. For vehicles, you can have air vehicles or land vehicles. Air vehicles, you just call out if it's a chopper or a jet, and an approximate bearing. You check your compass by pressing K, and you give approximate bearing as well. And if it's a land vehicle, it gets more tricky because there are a lot of different types of vehicles. You have transport cars, which are just like these Humvees. You have technicals, which are basically pickups with a machine gun on top of them.
It can be the
Then
same
you-
Humvees with the gun up. You'll identify it as a technical.
Yes. Then you can have APCs, which are tracked or wheeled. For example, we have the CSAT Gorgons, which have wheels, but you have the Russian BTRs, which are tracked, but both of them work on the same basis. They just are majority for infantry fighting vehicles. They transport infantry, but they are mostly used against infantry and lightly armored vehicles. And then you have the heavy vehicles, which are heavily armored tanks most of the times, which are definitely tracked. So you just have to keep in mind these simple steps. You call the contact, you call approximate direction north, east, south or west, then you identify it properly what it is, infantry or vehicle. Then you identify exactly what type of vehicle, if it's a vehicle, and in the end you call the bearing. So for example, let's take this Humvee. I have contact south, enemy transport vehicle, approximate bearing 160 from my position. It's really important to call your position because some people may be, I don't know, 500 meters to your right, and their 160 bearing may be so much different from their 160 bearing.
Can I add on it?
Yeah.
If you got time, if it's especially a vehicle moving quickly, a direction of travel is good as well. So if it's moving from your right to your left, you will call enemy vehicle moving west to east. So you know, okay, that vehicle is moving to east, and you have a look that side.
Copy.
Got it?
So, any questions?
If I don't I don't know exactly if it's a technical of a tank or what do I call it?
So, if you mean if you don't have visual on the
Yeah,
vehicle,
that's-
you just hear the engine.
For example, yes.
You can call like contact enemy north, possible tracked vehicle or transport vehicle, bearing 220 for example. Beware might be tank or just unarmed vehicle.
Okay. Okay.
You can just add there as well, no visual yet. So the guys know you haven't seen it, that's why you can't identify it exactly like that.
Copy?
Your enemy vehicle northeast, no eyes yet. Okay,
So you can't give a range because you can't see it.
that's it.
Okay.
Okay, Alpha, take Charlie with you, then spread around Alpha and Bravo. Do a 360 around this area. Just have a bit more spacing between you guys. So
This immediate area.
yes, Bravo, you
Alpha.
can spread around northeast.
How far, yeah?
360. And remember, guys.
Go 360, go firm around me, goes 360.
Kraden, northeast.
They're taking north.
Big circle around me.
Okay,
Wait, southwest.
be ready.
Don't
You'll have to
have to
identify
hide in the bush, come
targets
closer.
properly from what you have been taught. So watch all your corners and identify properly from where and what is coming at you.
Who's in the bush?
Noble.
Just back up a bit.
Wait, you're setting up security. Gun up, take a knee.
Hey guys, treat this as you in combat, guns up, looking for enemy.
It's independent enemy.
Checking northwest.
Come on, guys, call it.
You're all dead, Sarge, call it.
Northeast.
Contact northwest.
Yeah, northwest.
Northwest what?
290
West.
vehicle.
Good.
South, enemy helicopter.
Copy that. Enemy
Chopper up south,
Doing what? Moving our direction.
moving towards north.
Bearing what? Distance what?
Bearing 110.
Close, far, very far. When we give you a range, estimate range.
I hear fast movers coming from southwest. Contact enemy 100 meters towards the 40 northeast, close, running towards southwest.
Yeah.
Good. Keep your heading west.
Checking west.
The chopper came back west. Identify.
Yeah.
What? I see civilian northeast. East.
Okay. Tank.
Tank. East, bearing 70,
Very.
about 50 meters.
Very. Distance about 50 meters.
Good. I see a tank northwest. Very far. Bearing
Blocks.
300 on a hill.
Yeah,
Tank northeast.
305 maybe.
Bearing 40. Distance 50 meters.
Alpha got me. I saw a
Alpha
tank very
got you.
far.
Yeah,
Northwest.
eyes on,
Just look,
eyes on.
you look further than just in front of you. Did you call this tank?
Yeah.
Vehicle northeast. Call.
Just this automatic vehicle and soldiers northeast as well, running away from us, towards coming towards us now.
How far?
30 meters.
Good.
Enemy close.
Close what?
Contact, enemy squad, southeast.
At the house south. Contact close. Civilian southeast running away.
Remember guys. Call it. Contact. Direction. Hearing. What it is. How far?
Yeah. Got a van very close by towards the east northeast.
Got audio.
We've got a truck. We've got a truck coming in from the north, moving towards the east. Close. Got a little bird coming up from the southwest, coming over towards the east. Close.
Good.
Moving away. East.
Contact.
Vehicle southeast.
What's a contact? Where is the contact?
Van. Southeast, yes. Got it.
What is it? Bullet.
Vehicle southeast. What's it? Truck. Distance.
Okay, trainers, we need more.
Yeah, I got it. Just remember, guys. Contact if it's in danger to your presence. If it's far, not bothering you, you can say sighting. So sighting, what it is, how far you think it is. If you have a rangefinder, quickly do it while you're giving a bearing at the same time. Just press K. Get your compass up, okay?
Copy.
Okay, cool.
Okay, guys. That was
Direction, distance, description.
exactly
3D.
where we was. Okay, squad, let's come up next to vehicles.
Alpha. Get your vehicle, don't get in, call him up next to it.
You've got one man
Facing-
down, eh?
Facing north, yeah.
Yeah, in a line in front of me.
Eastern lost connection.
In your positions.
Fixing it now.
Come on, Lander, get in line.
Who's pinging me though?